What about colonics? There are a lot of colonic spas, colon hydrotherapy, I think it's sometimes called.
Yes, yeah. There's, one common reason I see that people do colonics, like even one of my friends, like my friends was doing this. People think that there is just like pounds of stool caking their colons, and like, or if things have been sluggish for a couple of days, maybe they haven't been eating the way they wanted, like whatever the reason is, they think a colonic will help reset because it'll just flush everything. It'll give you like a nice, good, baseline to start from. But that's just not the
The
case.
colon's inner lining is protected by a dynamic mucus layer that prevents fecal matter from adhering, with epithelial cells replaced every 3 to 5 days.
Like your colon doesn't have stool just like caking the sides of it the way you like might picture in your mind.
The colon's thick, dynamic mucus layer, composed of mucins, acts as a vital physical barrier, preventing direct contact between fecal matter and epithelial cells.
And the colon, it has this really thick mucus layer. Stuff doesn't actually stick to it that well. And it's constantly, that mucus layer is constantly moving and turning over. So when you're doing a colonic, you are introducing a lot of water. When you introduce anything into your colon, you can stimulate bowel movements because just that pressure can kind of cause a little bit of stimulation. And you're going to purge. Like you're going to have water is going to go in, a lot of water is going to come out. None of that, I think, is healthy or necessary for someone who doesn't have any kind of issues at baseline.
But you often hear that. It's so true that like we're walking around with like pounds and pounds of like caked up, built up.
Yeah, and you just need to like
stool.
flush and start over. And to be sure, like there are people who have a disease, who have slow transit constipation, who have severe dysmotility of their guts where maybe things aren't moving along. But even when things aren't moving along, they're just kind of sitting there, but they're not building up or sticking around in your body. They're just moving, but very, very slowly, even in people with the disease.